Climate change is both naturally occurring and man-induced. Natural climate change is caused by interactions between the atmosphere, ocean, land, and the amount of solar radiation reaching the Earth. However, the one causing the main issues of climate change as we see today is man-induced.
We've known about this for decades, for over half a century. Try to have a conversation with anyone about climate change, people just tune out.
Climate change.
Climate change.
Climate change.
And the problem seems to be getting worse and worse and worse. The truth is, the more I've learned about this issue and everything that contributes to the problem, the more I realize how much I don't know.
Oh my God! Look at how violent that is.
Paradise that has been degraded and destroyed. We're knowingly doing this. I just want to know how far we've gone and if there's anything we can do to stop it. The US has been the biggest emitter of greenhouse gases in history.
Respiratory allergies,
mental health impacts,
injuries,
Lyme's disease,
asthma,
malnutrition,
diarrheal disease,
dengue,
malaria,
leptospirosis,
cardiovascular disease,
heat-related illness,
West Nile virus,
cholera,
hantavirus,
Rift Valley fever.
cardiovascular failure.
encephalitis. More vulnerable groups like the young, pregnant, sick, and elderly will be at a higher risk to develop these health-related issues due to their compromised immune systems. But don't think just because you don't fall into one of these categories, you aren't at risk. Scientists project that warmer temperatures from climate change will increase the frequency of days with unhealthy levels of ground-level ozone, a component in smog. This will lead to a decrease in respiratory health and decreased lung function. Climate change can lead to longer pollen seasons, which will affect those who suffer from hay fever and asthma. The spring season in the United States is already occurring earlier and for a longer time period for some plants, and will only continue to increase as the temperature continues to rise. This could increase the prevalence of allergies and asthma.
Ticks are known to spread the following: Lyme's disease, Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and relapsing fever. Mosquitoes are known to spread malaria, West Nile virus, dengue fever, and yellow fever. Warmer weather leads to a decrease in snowfall and an increase in rainfall. Water temperatures begin to rise as well as water levels in bodies of water. Increases in rainfall leads to flooding in which sediment and runoff is spread throughout both fresh and salt water. The rising water temperature, flooding, and runoff contaminants contributes to the decrease in our water quality. Farmers may not be able to water their crops as often as they should. This results in smaller yields from crops or even crop death. A lack of crops can also result in a lack of food for animals. Without the large amount of crops that it takes to sustain a population of cattle or chickens, farmers will not be able to feed all of their animals properly, which will result in sickness and possible death.
Climate change will increase heat-related deaths in the U.S. Increasing temperatures and variable precipitation due to climate change are likely to decrease production of staple foods. Flooding can transmit communicable diseases, including waterborne diseases such as typhoid fever, cholera, and hepatitis A, as well as vector-borne diseases including malaria, dengue hemorrhagic fever, yellow fever, or West Nile fever. Climate change affects clean air, safe drinking water, sufficient food, and secure shelters. According to the World Health Organization, climate change is expected to cause about 250,000 additional deaths per year between the year 2030 and 2050. These deaths will be due to heat, diarrhea, malaria, and childhood undernutrition.
By now, you may be wondering to yourself, what can I do? I'm only one person. However, there's a lot of things you can do to help the environment, and thus reducing the risk for all these health-related issues due to climate change. Most of what you can do is simple behavioral changes, simple as turning off the lights when you leave the room, carpooling whenever possible, switching to reusable water bottles, walk whenever is possible. Join an environmental organization. The possibilities are endless. The more people who make these eco-friendly behavioral changes, the greater the impact. The time to take action is now. No one is immune to climate change. It affects everyone.